Alright guys, back with another video. This one it's all about key fragments and the Daedric Shackle Vault. They were I think implemented into the game with the Imperial City Prison DLC. And the point of it is that there's a couple of really good sets to be farmed in these two dungeons. That's those ones here. Specific dungeon, you've got the White Gold Tower, which is part of the Imperial City Prison DLC, and obviously the Imperial City Prison itself. If you're looking for them on the map, they're right in the middle of Cyrodiil, which is usually a PvP area. But here you've got ICP, and here you got the White Gold Tower. That's how you get to these dungeons. Now, the sets in there, I'm not sure if I have a lot of that stuff on me right now. Let's look for it. Yeah, there's the Scathing Mage set, which is pretty good for Magicka DPS. It adds maximum Magicka, 2 times spell critical, and then when you deal direct damage, you have a 20% chance to increase your spell damage by almost 500 for 6 seconds. Then there's the Leeching Plate set in there as well, which you can get for your tank. That's one of the best tank sets in the game in my opinion. It adds 2 times 1k health, 4% healing taken, and when you take damage, you have a 20% chance to summon a cloud of leeching poison under the enemy, and poison deals about 1366 poison damage every 1 second, and it heals you for 100% of it. So this is pretty much healing you while you're being attacked. That's why it's really good for main tanking. And then the Sheer Venom, which adds stamina weapon damage twice, and when you deal damage with an execute ability, you infect the enemy, dealing 10k poison damage over 6 seconds. Also pretty good set. And then in the other one, in the White Gold Tower, there's Spell Power Cure, which is great for healers. It's like the small version of Olorims from Cloud Rest. And the Imperial set, which is also not bad for tanks. But what we're after right now is the Scathing Mage Inferno stuff. So I've gathered a bunch of key fragments. I'll show you where to hand them in. So let's get to Imperial City Prison, because that's where the stuff drops. Usually you can get it from the dungeon itself, from fighting the final boss, but I've been running the dungeon like 6 times today and I've got a little tired of it. So I'm about to hand in all of the key fragments which I've earned so far this week. I've got about 1,000 of them right now. Obviously the 1,000 key fragments are not all from running the dungeon 6 times. I've been pretty much grinding this dungeon all week long. And then I had a little help from some friends in the guild who sent me some of their key fragments. So this is the entrance to the dungeon. That's where you'd go in there if you want to complete the dungeon. But over here, as you can see on the map, is the Daedric Shackled Trophy Vault. That door here. And you can only open it if you've collected enough key fragments. That's these things, which you get just by killing bosses in these 2 dungeons, White Gold Tower and Imperial City Prison. So complete the dungeons, grab the key fragments. If you still haven't gotten what you wanted, just hand them in here, or in the White Gold Tower if you're looking for Spell Power Cure or Imperial or one of these sets. As soon as we go in, it'll transform all of our key fragments into Daedric Shackle keys, with which we can open the chest, which is up here. So let's get up there. We should have about 6 or 7 keys now, and just hope that we'll get the Inferno stuff of the Scathing Mage, which I'm looking for here. So, nope, shoulders and the Jack of Sheer Venom. We'll try again. Inferno stuff of the... Oh my god! I've been grinding this thing for like 2 or 3 weeks straight. Finally! Yes! I gotta lock this right away. Jesus Christ, that was a long farm. Well, technically a long farm. But I mean, I've been playing like 8 hours every day, so... Yes! Awesome. Well, we'll hand in the other ones anyway. Let's see what we get. Necklace of the Scathing Mage, very nice. Curse Fleeting. Restoration stuff, Sherman. Okay, that's shit loot. Let's open another one. Ring of Sheer Venom, Battle Axe of Sheer Venom. I might keep that maybe for PvP. Races, restoration stuff, leeching, yeah, that's bullshit. Robe of the Scathing Mage, Grievous Leeching, don't need that. Alright, that's all our keys. Oh boy, I'm so happy I got that Inferno stuff, finally. After about 2 or 3 weeks of grinding this shit dungeon for almost 8 hours a day. It's not a shit dungeon. That's, sorry about my language here. It's actually a pretty good dungeon. Lots of fun, great mechanics, but when you do it that often and get nothing out of it, you get a little bit tired. So let's put that stuff into the bank right away, and also the necklaces of the Scathing. Let's see. Curse, Fleeching. You can see I've opened these chests a couple times before I decided to make that video. And the rest is just loot drops from the dungeon. Do I have rings of the Scathing Mage as well? I think I've got some in the vault anyway. Ah, here's one. Let's put that away. And finally that Inferno stuff. So glad it's an Inferno stuff as well. Yes, nice. Gonna morph that to sharpened or precise. And then I'm good to go for my magic necromancer build. Alright everyone, thanks a lot for joining. I hope you understood how the key fragments work and learned a little bit about the sets in there. Go grind these dungeons, get the fragments, grab the sets if you want to. They're really good. And have a nice day. Bye everyone.